Everyone, it's Epic Underworlds. In today's video, I'm just doing a little overview of my new book that I created called the Shogun Chronicles. This is basically a timeline book with all games that were ever created in the Shogun sector of the PCG universe, whether they were games created by you guys or by me, or by my friends, of course. So these are this book was inspired by the Paper Computer Games chronology, which was created by Zach. He basically made a timeline of paper computer games, like all of the classics. So I thought, why not do that for my sector of the PCG universe? If you don't know what paper computer games are, or for short, PCGs, they're basically like small RPG games on paper that focus more on visual and puzzles rather than dice and rules. They're super fun, and tons of them have been created in the Shogun in the Shogun sector, which is the sector that I created. As you can tell, it's more than 100 pages, so there's quite a few games that I had to cover. I know it's kind of long and big, but I tried to include everyone's games, so sorry for that, and sorry for the glare. I chose the glossy cover. If you guys are interested in getting this, of course you don't have to, but if you would like to add this to your PCG collection, I will be leaving a link in the description to the PCG shop, which you guys should definitely go check out the PCG shop. Lots of good stuff on there. I will also be trying to put this on Amazon to reduce costs and stuff, because Printify did make it rather expensive. It's at like $20 or something. So this is the PCG logo right there. Then we got a little introduction, and I will be fixing some formatting in the updated version. You got the map of Shogun, and then you got the behind the screens, which is like a little how this book was created. Then we got the main cover, and by the way, the paper is pretty nice, so Printify did a good job with that. And so we got ancient times. So these are like the ancient games in the history of Shogun. So we got Birth of Shogun, which is how Shogun was created. We got the Archmage games by Zach, and then those later continued by me, and then Wizo, and then my friends. So yeah, and then we got John when he was on Shri. That was quite a while ago. And then we got the Archmage comics by Wizo. We got a few demo games from my friends. The Three Keys, which is one of my first big PCGs I actually made. And it really explored Shogun, so I'm pretty happy with that. We got Under the Sea, which was by my sister. We got A Forgotten Friendship in a Forgotten Time, which gives a lot of lore about Balzac Lobotron and his friends. But the reason I included it, because it's not really related to Shogun, but it does introduce the character Gory. That's why I kind of highlighted it there. So that's really important, because Gory is a really evil sphere child who kind of waged war on the planet Gondo, started by the Archmage. So then we got the Tiger series. These are just a collective of fun games I made for HB Tiger, and thought I'd include them because they do have some connection. Then we got the Terror series, which was a really fun series of PCGs I made. Me and my friends had a lot of fun playing this. I believe I played this specific game at least 6 times with 6 different people. So it's a really solid series. Then we got the sequel, and then the third game, and then I did make a 4th. No one's played it yet, but there is a 4th one in there. Then we got my first paper games, which happened to fall in the ancient times. We got Mech Strike and Tribal War. It's funny, because I made Mech Strike first, and then I made Tribal War after, but in the chronology, Tribal War comes first. We got the Abyss, Heart of War, which is by far one of my favorite covers I made. Then we got the Unending Battle by Zach, which takes place on Gondo and reveals some good lore. School of Secrets and Forest of Secrets, 2 of my favorite PCGs, made for Blaze PCGs. PCG Special 1, by far the biggest one, takes up 2 whole pages. Then we got Greed the Triptosian, and then Exploring Shogun, which is a big, massive exploration game of Shogun, which I made for Zach to play. That was pretty fun. Mines of Telot, the Pinchvac series. This is where Pinchvac began. And there's like 5 games in this series, so pretty big series. We got Ancient Tunnels. Then we got the game by Sketchy Penguin, The Liberation of Colaton, which took place on Toten, and then I made a sequel. We got the Bernard series. This is one of my new favorite characters, Bernard. My friend created him, and I created a whole series for him. And he later became the new Archmage, but instead of being an evil Archmage, he decided to be a good Archmage and bring peace to Shogun, which is really cool. We got the Team Apex series by Wizo. Made sure to include that one, like the all-new Archmage. This is by far my favorite PCG ever made. Just an amazing game. Then we got more Team Apex games. More Team Apex. It's a huge series created by Wizo. I think there's 6 or 7 games in there. We got the 6th one, but I still count Wiseau's PCG Special as a game in that saga because it really connects. Then we got Pumpkin Bill, very popular character, also created by Wiseau. Bridge of Natafar, The Perfect Civilization, which takes place on the Perfect One by Wolf. And then we got Lab Rat by King Froggy, and got a little art he made. I actually have that t-shirt that he made, which is super epic. So this is the first of the King Froggy games. Then we got the Current Times. This is a picture of Buff's Biodome, which is one of my other favorite characters. He basically found an abandoned biodome and basically cleared it out and made it his home. Then we got, so I started a new planet called Globotris, so this is kind of like the birth of Globotris. Then we also have the amazing Alphabetical Adventure series. We got the first one, second one, and then one made by me. More King Froggy games and Gumbo games, like The Lost Dog, Jeff Gets a Job. I only included the ones that really connect to Shogun. I think there's still quite a few more. Gumbo First Chapter, and then Gumbo Torpedo to Gonda, which is like the main one. I really like that game. Then we got the Rise of Evil Epic. It's got its whole page with a few screens because I thought this game was pretty epic. It's about me. And then we got the Evil Epic versus the Giga Chad Epic, which is a super funny game made by King Frog. Then we got the Evils of the Ocean, which kind of moves the Gumbo series onto Ico, and then King Froggy kind of built off of that. So it's really epic how we can create these series of PCGs and help build them with each other. So we got Deep Dive, which is another Ico game. This is Bubble World. So now we're getting into my friends kind of chapter, because this is where my friends games kind of take place. So we got Bubble World 1, Bubble World 2, Bubble World 3, Bubble World 4, and we got the Hello Neighbor game, which was really fun to play. Mothership, Endless Void, which is a roundabout me and Truemater did, and that spawned his game, Tanker Toys. Pretty funky cover, but it was a super fun game. Then I made Tanker Toys 2, which never got played, which is kind of sad. The Fighters, this was just a one-off Truemater made, which explored a new part of Bubble World. And yes, it's called Booble World. He didn't know how to spell bubble, so we kind of just rolled with it. Then we got Billy World, which is right next to Booble World. We got Billy's From Above. This is a pretty dark PCG. Bounty on Wolf 7, and then Prisons of Hell. This is when Wolf, like, I was so mad at him for killing all of my characters, so I just made these games to punish him, but he ended up really enjoying them, so I don't really know if it worked or not. Death Can't Separate Us. That's kind of a game where Wolf comes back from the dead. Return to Billy's World. Wolf comes back to Billy's World and wrecks havoc. Then I made the Mega Bounty on Wolf 7, so the Wolf series is a really funny and comical series. Then I made Behind the Backyard, which is a pretty fun game. Desert of Dreams, and then that's kind of where the Wolf saga ends. And the Pumpkin Bill one continues. We got World of Jack, or Eternal Flame of Jack by Zach. World of Jack, I think that's a game. It's like a 3D game Zach made. I still need to add that to the book. I don't know why I didn't add it yet. Teddy's Retirement Home, I just recently finished this. And I recently finished A New Host, which is a pretty cool game. John's Absurd Adventure. So my friend Blaze PCGs came over, and we hadn't played a PCG in over a year, and I just made this really funny game, and it included the new host of the Archmage, so I thought, why not add that? Then we got Death from Above and Epic Stream. Those are two more Wolf games. Or sorry, Death from Above is by Truemater. And then we got The Future. So that's Granny's Asteroid. I don't know if you guys know who Granny is. It's basically a character created by Zach, who in the very far future basically gets visited by a few characters, including the Shadow. So now we get into the Unknown series. The Unknown one, this is like 3-van section. Unknown Spider. Then we did a little roundabout with 3-van, which is super fun. We got My Unknown Adventure, and then the Brinks' File, which was super cool. Unknown 2, Unknown Pirate, Unknown 3 Intel, and then the Mesotican demo game I made. Get Vin Diesel's Hair Back. These are just two comical games by Truemater. Unknown The Outsider, that's a pretty lore-driven game. Sal the Ice Cube. Some of you were surprised with how far Sal is in the future. It is quite a recent game. Ghost of Vin Diesel. This is my take on the Vin Diesel series, which is pretty comical too. We got Ghost Canyon. Then we got an Among Us kind of page with some Among Us games, which are really fun. Adventure of Average Joe by SL22. This game won a competition I made. Final Fleet, my biggest PCG that I have not yet finished. Then we got some more some Beto spin-offs. Escape from Gorgath by Siren the Elf. A pretty epic game. HMB's Travels, and then the sequel. We got Salmon the Fish, Sussy Times, this game I made about Salmon, which is really fun to play. I think he had a good time playing it. Then we finally got Granny and the Granny series. So we got Granny 2, which I made, which is kind of like a lonely PCG. I really like it, though. Grambo by King Froggy, which Granny gets visited by Sussy Lamborghini and Gumbo. Then we got Gumbo on Jumbled Gods by Void DevX. Then we got some Shogun PCG ideas. This is a section I added in case you guys need some ideas for making PCGs in Shogun. By the way, throughout this book, there's art by everyone in the community, so I did do a credits page. Wait, I think we're getting that one next. Then there's some religions in Shogun. We only have 2 main ones right now, but I thought that was really cool in the lore. Yeah, and then we got the credits page. This art was by Stranded TCG, so that's cool that he got something in the book there. We got inspiration, how this book was inspired by the PCG chronology. We got some art by Zach, and to finish it off, we have a little future products section and a final note. And then the last artwork is just a bunch of figs. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this quite a long video, but I hope you guys really enjoyed this and got a cool look at the book. This is the back. It's just got some characters from Shogun and just a little description. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next PCG, TCG, or RPG video, and have a good rest of your day.